Hi, love. Hello, and welcome to Co-Creative Healing Journey. My name is Greta. I'm a healer, and this is an intuitive reading where Spirit wants to bring through some messages that are intended to serve you as always. But these intuitive messages are very much about giving you some perspective, some energy, some inspiration that you can then take with you as you move through your day, as you go about your life, and have this message grow with you, evolve with you, where you understand it differently in different moments. That really is what living guidance is about, and that is the core of what I do. And so if you want to know more about how it's intended to work, check out the description box. And here and now, I'm just going to go ahead and give you your messages. And this intuitive reading is about why you need patience where you're going. Emphasis on you, where you are going. Why do you need patience for where you are going? And already there, Spirit wants you to know that you are a soul apart. You are a soul that is unlike most other souls currently incarnated on the planet. You don't have the same setup. You don't have the same functioning. You don't have the same energy. And therefore, you're not going to have the same unfolding, the same path, the same needs, the same desires either. The experience that you have and that you're intended to have here on the planet is very different from the mainstream experience. And you can see that very clearly in the manifestation, right? So that however your life is unfolding, it's going to be to some degree more or less in alignment with how other people are unfolding in their lives. Other souls are unfolding in their lives, what they're creating, how they're going about things. And it's supposed to be this way. And Spirit wants to up the ante and even tell you that the more you align with your true energy, with your soul, with your spiritual being, the more your earthly experience is going to diverge and is going to become different from the experience of most people on the planet, most people around you, most people you are ever going to have known or met at a very basic level. It just is that way. Moreover, it's intended to be that way. So this is not an accident. This is not a burden. This is not something that is sad or something to mourn, and it especially is not intended to be for you to live it that way. Your soul brought its light to manifest a completely different and higher level of experience on the planet to serve you as a soul, to serve other souls, to serve the evolution of Gaia, to serve the universe. It's just a part of life and how life unfolds. There are elders and then there are juniors. There are masculine forces, feminine forces, and there is a balance in all things. And your innate being and its evolution here on the planet in an energy collective, at a collective level, right? A collective energy that is to some degree out of alignment with how you as a soul want to be and do and live and create here on planet Earth. That is not an accident. That is intentional. That is purposeful. And so the more you align with that, the more you move into alignment with your soul being and your soul doing and your soul living and your soul creating, how your soul wants to unfold here on the planet, the more you're going to diverge from the status quo, the norm, the way in which most people lead their lives. This can be very specific and very simple in the sense of how you experience a single moment. You're with other people, something happens, they experience it one way, you experience it another. It can be greater in terms of the choices that you make for yourself, what you buy at the supermarket, how you show up in society and enact certain choices, certain decisions, who you're going to marry, where you're going to live, how you're going to live, and bringing creativity to that level. And of course, it can be even bigger than that in terms of having a specific life purpose, a specific goal, a specific direction that you put all of your energy into pursuing and manifesting and creating here on this planet. So in the small moments, in the small choices, but also in those big events and those big choices that you put out in the world for all to see, right? No one's gonna miss that you're pregnant and having a baby. No one's gonna miss that you started this business. It's out there and it's successful and it's thriving and it is there for everyone to see. And that's okay. But that external manifestation for you and where you're going, that external manifestation has to be in alignment with who you are on the inside and not who you've known yourself to be for most of your life or who you think you are or who you would want to be, but who you really are. I am your spirit. And it is the job of your soul to manifest your spirit as much as possible into earthly reality. That's a simplified way of putting it, but it works. Your soul and your soul growth and soul evolution is all about how much spiritual being can I embody, can I do, can I live, can I create into this world. And so you can probably hear it. By definition, that path is going to be more or less obscure. It's certainly going to be very different from how everybody else is doing, from what they're doing and how they're doing it. It's going to be different. It's going to be set apart. It's going to diverge. Luckily, it's going to converge with a whole bunch of other souls who are doing the same kind of work that you are. But that comes later. First, there's the need for you to get to know yourself, your true being, your spiritual energy. What's that about? What are you about? How do you work? What works for you? What feels good? What feels true? What is true? What feels true and what is true can differ, can diverge, can be different. And that is also something for you to learn. There are ins, there are outs, there are ways, there are oppositions. There are things that work, there are things that will never work for you. There are things that cannot work for you. What does that tell you about you? There are things that you try and keep trying out, and you're failing. What does that tell you about you? Is it because you're not supposed to do it? Or is it because it's not now? Or it's not the right way? Well, all of those questions and all of those movements and all of those dynamics fundamentally guide you into a deeper knowing of yourself. Think about a very specific choice, for example. Do I go left or do I go right? Now, in this moment, you try going left and it turns out to be the right direction. Great. You arrive at where you want to be. There's alignment, there's resonance, there's happiness, there's joy, there's well-being, there's all good things. Wonderful. So did you learn to go left? Or did you learn an alignment in yourself? A way of listening to yourself that will lead you to what is also aligned. You're a very complex being. You're a multidimensional being. But you have a tendency at a basic egoic level to tell yourself that you learned to go left. And so necessarily when you're back in the same kind of experience, and we say necessarily because that is how the ego functions. When you're back into the same kinds of situations and circumstances, you'll try going left. And then it may or may not work. But at some point it won't work. And then at the egoic level, you're going to go, how, why? That doesn't make sense. It should work. Why is it not working? Well, it's not working, not because what you're doing isn't right, but it's not working because you're telling yourself that you're supposed to go left instead of learning the alignment. So again, necessarily, inevitably, the universe is actually going to interfere so that when you try going left, it's not going to work, even though it should. Not to mess with you, not to upset you, not to hurt you, not to punish you, not to wound you. But because the universe needs you to learn that it's not about going left or right, it's about the alignment. It's about transcending those choices and those dynamics and those outcomes and the seeking and the trying and the wanting and the needing, even all of that. And stepping into being who you really are, being in alignment with who you really are, embodying that, living that. And then left or right, honestly, the alignment will be there because it's within you. And then the alignment can manifest itself, superimpose itself onto the conditions and the circumstances, and either have a beautiful, easy way where you went left and everything aligns beautiful and is easy, and you are in that aligned place, yay, wonderful. Or you go right and it's not so easy and it's difficult and there are obstacles and there's challenge, but still, your alignment is there. You went there from a space of alignment. And so you get alchemical. You start alchemizing. You start aligning, transforming, transmuting. And then the situation becomes a beautiful reflection of the alignment within you. it changes and transforms and transmutes and elevates itself to reflect the I am within you. But it follows you. You do not follow it. And that is what your soul needs to do at the most fundamental level. It's a simplification, absolutely. The Spirit is also saying it's the beginning. It's the beginning. It's the seed. When you truly understand as within, so without. When you truly understand the I am and the importance of immersing yourself within the vibration of the I am. When you understand the need, the absolute need, how imperative it is to create a frequency that has you reproducing that immersion in everything that you are and you do and you say and you seek and you want and you desire. When you get it and you're doing it, then the amplitude will follow, the manifestations, the miracles. Your soul is a miracle worker. Getting that situation right to change and transform so that it is reflecting your spiritual essence, that's miracle work. And again, it can be in the small things, it can be in the big things. So honestly, at an egoic level, if you can teach your ego to make those choices, right? To show up and participate, not resist, not obstruct, but show up, participate, go into those choices, go left, go right. Have outcome independence, not care about how things are going to work out too much or at all, if possible. But if your ego can do that, just try. I'll try this, I'll try that. And have the patience to sustain the experience. Have the patience to allow the experience, but also have the patience to feed the experience, meaning giving it energy, not stopping. Oh, I tried, it didn't work. I'm going to stop. I keep trying. It's not working. I can't handle it. This doesn't feel good. I don't think this is what I want. I don't think this is the way that it should be. And irritation and frustration and all those things come along. Do not allow them to derail you. That's what patience is for. Patience is ultimately this ability to be in what is, to create space for it, hold it, however hard or difficult it is, to stand your ground at a soul level and remain, sustain until you have your breakthrough, you get your answer, and you move on. Your soul will move on from this. Whatever you're in, however hard it is, your soul will move on from it once it has learned what it needs to learn, once it has realized the growth that needs to be realized to get you where you're going. That's what it's all about. You're heading somewhere special. You're heading somewhere beautiful. You're heading somewhere amazing. You just have to have the patience to make the journey within and without. So love, those were the messages that Spirit has for you here and now. I hope that this reading served you. I'm sending you lots of love, wishing you all the best. May you be blessed always and in always, and I will be seeing you around. Bye, love.